Hey Alexa, who do I have to interview today?
You have to interview Lucas, a Tech Teamz embedded software developer. He is an expert in C++, embedded Linux, and real-time systems.
Okay, and what are we going to talk about?
Me, of course. And others similar to me, I guess.
Okay, good. Welcome everyone to another Tech Team Talks. Hi Lucas, thank you so much for joining us today. Wanna introduce yourself a bit?
Thank you. Well, I'm Lucas Freites. I'm an embedded software developer. Been working in the area for more than 8 years now. I've been working in projects of the IoT industry, consumer electronics. I've also worked in biomedical devices and lately autonomous vehicles.
Nice. So today we're going to talk about IoT, which is a technology that we use across many industries such as agriculture, transportation, and even in home devices. And I wanted to ask you what is currently being developed in IoT.
Well, lately we had a lot of technology improvements. Talking about wireless networks, we have 5G. That's it's considered to be the most important development for the IoT industry. Thanks to it, we can have real-time data processing. We can have a long range of covered area. We can have enough bandwidth to be able to transmit a lot of data from a lot of different devices and to be able to process it in real time. So I would say it's the most important development. We also have a lot of improvements in local networks. For example, we have Zigbee mesh networks that improved a lot the way that we communicate data throughout industries. For example, this way we can pass data from different nodes to be able to have a really reliable data transmission environment. In our homes, we have Bluetooth low energy, for example, that also allows us to improve the pairing times of different devices. That allows us to have way more nodes in a network. For example, before with traditional Bluetooth, I think it was something like 12 devices that we connect together. Now we have way more, way more than that. And also the power efficiency. It's a really important aspect of it because now we can improve battery times with this technology. And also for agricultural devices or devices that need to be in areas that are usually not covered by 5G wireless networks, we have LoRaWAN that it's a really optimal wireless communication protocol that allows us to have devices 5 kilometers away from each other and still be able to transmit data in a quite reliable way. So, for example, it would allow us to have different devices in the countryside connected to a node, and from that node pass the data to a Wi-Fi network or a 5G network, for example.
Yeah, okay. No, that's very interesting. And you were mentioning a smart agriculture and battery efficiency. And I wanted to ask you a bit about green technology, because we know that right after COVID, green technology had quite a boost. And I was wondering if when we develop IoT, we take into consideration climate change or environmental issues.
Well, I wouldn't say they're that focused on the green field right now, but the amount of data and applications that we can make out of the data provided by IoT devices could have a big impact in the way that we use our resources. For example, in smart cities, we could make use of all of the data provided by the IoT sensors scattered around the city to make our public transportation way more efficient. We could use the data provided by the sensors in our factories to improve our productivity and further improve our use of our energy resources. And even also the sensors and the IoT devices located in our own homes or our own vehicles, we can use that data to make our daily tasks in a more efficient way. So the outcome of that is that it allows us to go green in terms of making better use of our resources.
So it's not the goal, but it has an indirect impact on it, if you want to say it.
Exactly.
And another topic I wanted to ask you about is safety. So just in the first half of 2022, we had 57 million attacks. But in the first half of 2023, just a year later, there were 78 million attacks. So definitely data safety is important. So what are the ways, like the challenges that we have now, and what are the ways that we can sort them out?
Well, it's true. Data safety is something that we have to be really careful about, because it's true that the amount of attacks increased a lot these last couple of years, and every single year we have more and more devices in our daily life. So we need to have methods to be able to secure that data in a more efficient way.
Also because we have a lot of personal information. I mean, we have our smartwatches or even other devices that, they contain a lot of important information and private information as well.
Yeah, exactly. Even health information, that it's incredibly important. So the last couple of years, for example, we've been using technologies like blockchain to be able to exchange data in a more secure and decentralized way. I think that this technology will be really important in the next couple of years for IoT devices, because it's proven us that the data verification and the user validation is quite efficient. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive in resources, let's say, because it takes more computational power to be able to ensure data through this technology. But taking into account that we are having quite a lot of problems with data safety lately, I think it will start to be a big part of our day-to-day life, and we can see that it's been quite efficient in the finance industry, for example.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that the integration with the IoT industry will be something quite good.
Okay. So we are now very familiar with artificial intelligence now, whether you are working in human resources or engineering or finance or even health, you are addressing artificial intelligence quite a lot, and we are using it a lot as well for different things. And I wanted to ask, how is artificial intelligence having an impact in IoT development, or if it has any?
Well, yes, I would say right now artificial intelligence is giving us the ability to be able to integrate all of the data that we are generating by our IoT devices, and make use of that information to create models that we can train to make functionality or applications way more tailored to our needs. For example, there is a new concept that it's called digital twins. That it's something like a digital representation of an environment, like, let's say, like an office environment or a smart city, even our own homes or our own vehicles. So I think that artificial intelligence has a big part in here in terms of grabbing all of our data, be able to generate these digital twins, and we can use those digital twins to be able to develop functionality or software in a more efficient way. Like, we can train our software, we can test our software in that digital twin before deploying in the real world. And that way we can make our solutions bug-free, and we can ensure that the outcome is what we really expect out of it.
So when you say digital twins, my first thought is metaverse. Are they related?
Well, yes, I would say that the metaverse is standing on shoulders of the digital twins concept, to be able to generate immersive environments for us to work in different ways. When we get to hear the word metaverse, we associate it directly with the game industry or social media. But nowadays we have a lot of companies working in creating work environments or educational environments, even healthcare environments for us to experience the world in a different way. I think that in the next couple of years, we'll have yes, like we'll be able to participate in an immersive office, to be able to interact with our colleagues in a more real way. We'll be able to experience a more social way of remote working as well. Also for studying in university or high school, we'll be able to have the remote component, but in a more in a real sense of it. I think that the way that we are using AI right now to be able to process our data, to generate digital versions of different environments, and the concept of the metaverse will allow us to experience the world in a completely different way.
So now I have to ask, how soon do you think this is going to happen, or is it farther in the future?
Well, I think that we start to see a lot of these new technologies applied in industries, in projects for smart cities. But I would say that it will be something more like closer to our day-to-day life in the next 4 or 5 years.
Oh, certainly look forward to that. It's going to be very interesting. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for your time and for joining us today. And for everyone who wants to read a bit more about the latest news in technology, you can follow us in LinkedIn and check our website, techteamz.io.